Good evening. Oh, fantastic. First and foremost, thank you, Maggie, for sharing your story. It's very difficult coming after a great story, and I think the rest of my co-speakers can attest to that. We're all discussing who should go first. Clearly, Maggie was the best choice on this one, but we'll see how I make it. So I'm from Tech My Brain. The first thing I want to say, the first order of business to say please, and the second order is to say thank you. So I'll say please thank yourselves for coming and showing up, because that's the first thing we always have to do, show up. So thank yourselves. So, where do we begin? So today I'm going to take on the role of a storyteller, because I do believe stories do inform, stories do really reveal a lot about ourselves, and I do hope I can be as faithful as possible in taking you through the story, my story, and this journey with you. So I guess my first story, or my first anecdote, comes from when I was back in high school. So in high school I was sort of this chap who loved to experiment, try new things, and I always ensured that every holiday, every school holiday, I was occupied with something. And this meant obviously volunteering with different organizations. And one of my pivotal moments was when I decided to work with KWS. And this was, for those who, KWS means Kenya Wildlife Service. And one of the most interesting assignments I got to do was actually go to the middle of Nairobi National Park. And I know you've seen the new bypass. And we were fixing fences. So I can imagine this is the middle of the national park. There are obviously all sorts of wildlife. And I'm there actually, never fixed a fence in my life. And here, the person tells me, okay, we're gonna do a bit of fixing of fences. We're gonna pull the poles. We're gonna, and I'm kind of looking at them. I'm like, we passed some lions just some distance away. What are we gonna do about those as we're fixing these nice fences of yours? And for me, it kind of opened me up to the possibilities of always trying new things and always giving yourself the opportunity to learn. And this would always take me through the journey I've gone through, all through. The second, as Mike was talking about cleaning toilets, it just took me back that my first real job interview was in campus. The interview was actually to clean a public toilet. I was volunteering with Red Cross, and the branch manager said, okay, you know what, Red Cross is really about, knowing people, the humanitarian bit of it, and I actually had to go into and clean she actually gave us, okay, this is a bucket, go in and clean that toilet. And the public toilet near Marikiti in CBD. It was a most humbling moment. Here I'm coming from, I'm a basically IT student, tech things. I'm here I'm sort of been taught, this is kind of the lifestyle of the tech guy. Then you're telling me here's a bucket and go and clean a public toilet, and I'm looking at the guy. Okay, how do I hire somebody, or do I do it myself? And I just grabbed the bucket and I went and cleaned up the toilet. But for me, it just gave me a perspective that no job, no amount of work is less. That everything and everyone, from the cleaner to the sweeper, they have a role to contribute. And as much as we like a rank and file, the most highly paid job or the most relevant job, every job has a relevance. And I've always kept myself reminded that. The third anecdote was in my second year of campus, I had the opportunity to travel to India, to a place, I'm sure you've heard Bangalore. So think about 285 kilometers away from Bangalore in a place called Chikmagalur. And I was essentially volunteering in a summer camp, and my role was to facilitate for kids to learn and all such. And the one thing I never tell people is that for those 3 months they spent sleeping in a tent. every day waking up expected to, have that energy and bumble and excite the kids, and you're like, okay, life is real. This is getting hard. But from that experience, what I once learned is that it doesn't matter the circumstances you're placed in. You can always bring your best, your most excited, most enthusiastic self to the job and ensure that you actually leave an impact on somebody. So it's those journeys that you take on. And it's also in that aspect that I had a discussion, a long trip, it was a 24-bus trip years later, from Santiago de Chile to Buenos Aires. And I was sitting next to this over 70-year-old man, and he was telling me about his story. Unfortunately, all of it in Spanish. And at the time, I was like, my Spanish was, un poquito, very sketchy. And I was trying, the whole time I'm sitting with this bus, what is this guy telling me? Like, I'm trying to, because you're translating word by word by word by word. But funny enough, at the end of the ride, and funny enough, he had told me that at some point he'd spent some time in Kenya. I was like, huh. And okay, and it was through the process of obviously sitting there and actually trying to understand that one of the biggest learning lessons I've learned is that you can connect with people, any people. Barriers do exist, constraints do exist, but constraints should never limit you to understanding that as human beings we are always able to connect in whatever spaces and in whatever language that we can. It's just giving ourselves the opportunity to actively listen and actively understand. And that also allowed me, it would be when I lost my dad, a place of great vulnerability for myself. Being a firstborn, you're like, okay, everything is falling apart, and you're supposed to sort of give that, man up beat to your family and friends, and sometimes also saying it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to drop. And life continues. So I have many stories and many anecdotes, but I think the lessons I've learned is that along the way and along the journeys that I've taken is to approach life with a bit of enthusiasm, enjoying that you never know really what is being revealed to you. And I'm very passionate about enabling and building ecosystems that enable people to realize their true selves and to actively grow. As I said, I work in Technobrain currently. I'm actually transitioning out. And one of the things we do is, we're not small, but we were small a few years back. We've grown exponentially in the last 5 years. And it's a very dynamic environment. The problems that I face, I remember when I joined the office in Nigeria, Ebola had just broken out in Western Africa, and in Lagos, and I remember because I managed sort of the group, the issues come for me at the group on the phone. Okay, how do you create an employee assistance program for employees in West Africa who are going through this Ebola crisis? And I was like, what do you mean? I've never done that. So one of the key things I've learned from working in technology, and the main barriers, is that it's learning to be agile and receptive to whatever life throws at you, and always keeping in mind that there is never a solution. Sometimes the solution is really about trying and trial and error, but always keeping in mind the good intention that you want to achieve. And as I go into my new venture, which is with my team of 3 Impact Hub, I'm always looking forward to the new challenges that life will throw at me, and hopefully I'll learn to catch, maybe not all the balls, but at least some of the balls. So thank you for listening.